Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Planet Crafter. We have more news for the Moons update. We discussed the Moons update in the previous episode and the release date is the 19th of May, so we're looking forward to that. In this little update about the update, there have been a whole bunch of changes that we need to have a look at, so let's get stuck in. So obviously one of the major changes is we now have another animal, and after petting a couple of them, I have found that it is a species 7, so I'm not sure how that's going to work on other planets. We also have a bunch of new buildings. So we've got the wind turbine, we have the tier 2 farm that goes pretty well, but the growth speed is the same as the other one. I think it just holds more. We have the tier 3 butterfly farm that looks absolutely brilliant, and we have a tier 2 fish farm. You'll also notice that the landscape has changed a bit. I am past the target TTI, and yeah, the water level doesn't drop, land comes up, and it's quite an event to behold, so enjoy looking at that. Also, these are phosphorus now. They were marked as sulfur yesterday. They are actually phosphorus, and when you pick them up, you get phosphorus. So that's good. I think the clams, I don't know if I've picked any of them up. See if there are any around. Yeah, here are a couple of clams. So when you open a clam, and there are different types of clams, you'll have stuff in them. If you take that stuff out and you break the clam down, you're supposed to get phosphorus, but apparently that doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, it was, maybe that's a bug, I don't know. But yeah, it used to give you a phosphorus and a super alloy. Not sure if that's the case, maybe a bug. Anyway, if we look at the map, we'll now see that they've fixed up the map markers. And there are a whole bunch of new lands that you can go and explore and have fun. Keep an eye out for busted satellites. But you'll also see that there are these locations where you can harvest bio stuff. In that case, we would use a harvest robot, which is another new one. And that is this little dude. And he sits around just collecting bio stuff in the area. And you can go and select what, well, okay, there's nothing here for him to pick up. So I'm not sure if you'll pick up anything over here, but you would be able to select whatever is in that area to be collected. There is a new tree in this area, and this is what that tree looks like. It's a bit of a palm tree. Oh, wait. There's more? Well, that's what happens. We have seismic activity, and pieces of land are popping up all over the place, even after I've terraformed. Wait, is there another one? I hear something. Oh my goodness me. That's a big one. So there will be a lot of places to check out. Maybe these have been added in this update. Amazing looking. Absolutely amazing. But back to the map for a moment. You might have noticed that if you head up to the north, there is a place that you can mine. I know some people were having a little trouble getting miners placed on this planet. I didn't have a problem with it. But there are two locations that you can, I think, put down miners and mine for phosphorus. So let's head out to the one in the north. Now, if you bring a vehicle to this area, it's not going to be very useful. But if you keep it in your backpack, then you don't have to build a habitat when you hop over to visit the other areas. Because you can just put it down and hop in for some oxygen. But here we got a nice little pink coral island, pink and purple. Really looks very nice. There's a waterfall here. I can hear it somewhere. And there are caves under here. Oh, it's very, very nice. Beautifully crafted. Yeah, I hear the waterfall, I just don't see it. Oh, there it is. Very cool. Can we get up there? Yeah, we can. And the water is just magically here. It's great. Now, the trick is, where can we put down a miner? So if I grab a Mark III ore extractor, it cannot be put up here. Nope. On the sand, maybe? Nope. We go to the map. Up here somewhere. Wait, I saw a spot. Okay, so there is a spot over here. We can put it down. And this is, if you have a look at the map, on the back end of the island. And then we hop in and select. It's not here. Well, that's unfortunate. And there are different clams here. Oh, these are like golden clams or something. They have 5 slots. Also contain good stuff. Alright, maybe it's in a specific place. I'm gonna head back over this edge and see if maybe it isn't under here. Alright, because I think I mean, we're very close to the point. Nope, not here. I mean, right here is right here, right in this spot. If we have a look at the map, we are on that. So let's have a look. All right, I'm gonna give up. Maybe it's not in the game yet, but I think we should be able to mine for phosphorus, because it would be pretty bad if it was a limited resource, only limited to collecting clams. Anyway, wow, this place is really changing nicely. Alright, so let's go through a couple of pointers from the update. Selenea can be selected as a starting planet now. Harvest Robot is now linked to the map, meaning that if you have the T2 information rocket, you can harvest different things on different planets, depending on your terraforming stage. So yeah, like I showed you, those little map markers with the bio stuff, the lava and things like that. Energy fuses will now be buildable after a certain system TI. So let's go and have a look at that and see if we can find a recipe. This is a big one, the energy fuse, making energy fuses. Okay, I assume it's already unlocked. There we go. And it's pretty expensive. We need a cosmic quartz for that. So we're going to have to start making cosmic quartz. The only problem is there's no way to manufacture magnetar yet. So that will be interesting. I don't think we'd be able to mass produce the energy multiplier fuses. Yeah, it'll depend on how many magnetar we're able to find in the world and in the portals. A new frog can be unlocked and crafted. So let's pop down an incubator and go and have a look. Okay, so the Akuzi are found here. The Seren are found on the other planet, I think. But you can craft them and you need T3 fertilizer for that. But I mean, look at it. 1500% multiplier on the Seren. I feel like the Starbu fish egg and the Atabu fish egg are new. So they might have been introduced in this update as well. Alright, so yes, we also have 2 new animal species. Obviously this is the one that's going to spawn on Aquilus, and there will be another one spawning on Selenea. The T2 farms can now be constructed on grids. I didn't know that was a problem because I didn't put them on grids before, but that's good to know. It is a bit strange to me that they have the same production speed. Right now I've got a couple of growth multipliers, I think they are, and my growth speed is 6, but the base growth speed is 2 on this one, and it's the same on this one. The benefit must be the amount of stuff you get out of it, but I'm not seeing that much more. Could be wrong. Okay, phosphorus no longer recognized as sulfur. Okay, we got that. Fixed an issue with clients not being able to select advanced resources in ore extractors. Didn't know that was a problem, but good. They fixed an issue causing trees from specific planets naturally grown on other planets, even if not manually grown yet. Fixed an issue with the map markers. Yes, got that. Restored compatibility with old save files. So files pre-Terra tokens and pre-game settings versions. So some of your old saves might work. They fixed an issue with water not appearing if the planet is terraformed too quickly. There was an issue with interplanetary windows not closing when another launch is happening. That is sorted. They fixed an issue with drones potentially returning to a station and not getting new tasks when switching planets. DNA sequences and incubators still work even if you aren't on the planet that they are working on. The T1 gas extractors have been fixed to generate nitrogen depending on the terraformation stage of the planet. Apparently there was a potential issue with switching planets during a meteor event. That has been fixed. Beehives no longer affected by growth optimizers. Fixed an issue with no lava spawning after switching planets. Fixed an issue preventing animals spawning on Aquilus. Well, we can see that. And they did some environmental fixes on Selenea and Aquilus. Yeah, and there were a couple more fixes. But I really like this planet. I want to live here. It's like a tropical paradise. So I reckon I'm going to have a little base here, mainly just to collect phosphorus, and then obviously go and collect other stuff around, because there will probably be good stuff in the clams. Keep an eye out for crash satellites. They always deliver good stuff. But I see potential for more pieces of land rising up. We've got some space over here with nothing in it. You never know what might happen. But yeah, this looks great. Anyway, the devs have said this is very close to what the final release is going to look like. So I am really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to getting out of creative mode and playing this game properly. I have an idea. I have prepared. So unless there are any other major updates before the 19th, I will see you then. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts on this. and which is your favorite planet. But thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, cheers!